episode 5 of the Zazu podcast. My name is Caroline, and you can find me on Revelry as Wallbox, on Instagram as wall_box, and you can find my Etsy shop by typing in zazuyarns.etsy.com. We also have a Revelry group for this podcast, and that is called the Zazu Podcast Group. So just type in Zazu Podcast and you will find it, I guess. First of all, thank you very much for joining me again, or if you're a new viewer, now. I really like the fact that so many people hang out with me every week. So, thank you very much. A little about my week, and then we'll just zoom in to the whips and stuff. Last Saturday, we went to see Seep's family. Seep is my boyfriend. We had dinner. I played with the kids. His sister has 2 kids, which are cute little monkeys. And we had drinks, so that was really nice. And then yesterday evening, Sunday, we had dinner and drinks with friends of ours, which was really nice as well. Then on to the whips. Last week I was knitting socks, and I'm still knitting them, so I will show you. This is how far I got. And as I said last week, I used the fish lips kiss heel, which is really nice. And this is the first time I do a short row heel, and it doesn't have holes in it. So I will use this heel for every sock I will be knitting in the future. So if you want a short row heel without holes, either knit not like me or buy this pattern. Don't knit like me. That was really good. I'm knitting it out of Drops Fable, and I don't have the color code right now, but you will be able to find this if you search for it, I guess. Or maybe on my project page. Yes, that could be. I think I linked it the right way on my project page, so go there, on Ravelry, that is. And I'm knitting it out of on people. On these Knit Pro Novas, and they are a 2.5 millimeter, I think. Because every time I start knitting socks, I just look at how big is the yarn or how thick is the yarn, and then I search for needles. Which is why last week you saw that I thought I was knitting on 4 millimeter, and I was actually knitting on 5, and that's just me. I am not the neat person that checks those things. I am not a swatcher as well, because I'm just too lazy to do it. And I'm always afraid that if I swatch for it, I'm already bored with it before I start. So I don't do that. I just pray that it will be alright. So that's that. Then we have the shawl with the Portuguese name, and I don't have Google Translate right now. So let's call it the Traveler Shawl by Martina Behm. And if you want to know the real name, just search or watch all my other podcasts. I have up all the other previous episodes, or type in Traveler in Google Translate and click the Portuguese language, and then you will know. So that is a fun thing to do. Oops. Everything is tangled here. Okay. This is how far I am. And I just finished the 9th purple stripe. And it is actually purple stripes, not blue, but it looks kind of blue on my screen, so it might look blue on your screen as well, but it's actually purple. I'm knitting this out of my own yarn, and cake alert, I'm not good at winding cakes. In the 50 Shades of Brown colorway. Does that focus? Yes. And for the purple stripes, I am using a one-of-a-kind colorway on my own yarn as well, which is Zazu yarns. And it's coming along. I have to say, I'm a little bit bored by it. And this will not be a surprise, but because probably you guys already know that as well, because it's not... I don't know. I'm just not knitting on it that much. So, but I do really like the pattern, and I do like what the finished object will be or will look like. Although I don't really know, because I'm knitting this on with sock yarn, and it should actually be knitted with lace weight. So this is not lace weight at all. So I don't really know what it will look like and how big it will be, but I will just knit until I finish this cake, and then continue to do the lace border in, I don't know what color, but I will just see then what I will do. And I will probably make another lace border, so another one. The one that's in the pattern is really simple, and I think I want just another, I want to use another pattern, but I will just see when I get there, and I'm not nearly there, so I will just try to work on this as much as I can, but I can't promise you anything. But this will be finished, and I know I was actually knitting this to take with me on the plane, also in September when I go to Indonesia, but I don't know if I will be able to make it. So we'll just see, but otherwise I will just wear this in the winter with my coat on, and I'm sure I will do that, so it doesn't really matter when I finish this. I am not going to stress about it. So, that's that. Then I casted on something new, because you have to cast on something new every week, because that's a new rule. And I cast on a shawl. And the colors are so not coming out right, because this green you can see there is I need sunglasses green. It's glow-in-the-dark green. Not really, but I think that if you be in a really dark space, the first thing you'd see is this green. And it totally looks different on my screen, but maybe it won't look different on your screen. But it's just a triangular shawl. I'm not using a pattern for it. I'm just doing a stockinette stitch. And then I will finish this by making a lace border out of really simple yarn. this is also my own yarn, and I will use that to make a lace border, and not in this yarn because it's really variegated, and I don't really like lace on heavily variegated yarn because you can't really see the shapes of the lace really well, and I like how this yarn knits up in a stockinette stitch. So I will just do that, and maybe I will have something left and use that for, I don't know, I don't think I will have anything left, or not much. And the yarn I'm using is new yarn I bought years ago, that is. I bought it years ago, honey. I didn't buy it last week. I bought it years ago. And let me just make sure it, come on. Yes! Oh no, yeah, well, kinda. This yarn is hand-dyed yarn. It says it is a lace weight or a lace yarn. It's a single, but it's not really lace weight. It's 100 grams and it has 420 meters on it, I guess, which is the same for the yarn I dye and sell, and that is a sock yarn, so that's like a fingering weight. So I'd say this is more of a fingering weight as well, and it's from Drachenwolle, which is spelled Drachenwolle, and I bought this in the yarn store that's close to my mother-in-law, which is a really nice shop. It's called Dol op Wol, which says nothing to you, but that doesn't matter. It's just like a local yarn shop, and I don't know the colorway, so, but they have lovely yarns, so I don't know if you are able to find them online, because as I said, they're just working on their website. I don't know, but it's really nice yarn, so I think this shawl will be amazeballs. So that's that, and then finally we are ready to move on to finished objects. And yes, people, you will not be able to believe this, but I have 2 finished objects. Yes. I'm actually still flabbergasted by it as well, because I do not only have 2 finished objects, because I could imagine that I have 2 finished objects, like 2 really tiny baby socks, or I don't know, but it's 2 garments. Oh yeah. So you must be thinking, where are they? Well, look at what I'm wearing. It's the lace top I was knitting last week, and it actually took me 2 or 3 weeks to knit this. So that's amazing. I will show you a little bit better. I blocked it yesterday, so, and it's a little bit shine through, as you can see, but I will just wear a top underneath, and then then I will be fine. I will do something about this neckline, I think. I do like it, but because it's a shine through top, or it shines through a little, I have to wear something underneath, and I don't like the fact that that pops out every time, and so it's a little bit, so I think that if I will take a small crochet hook and chain around this, just up until here, I think, then I can make it a little bit tighter, so it will be like this, and I think that looks a little bit better. what I didn't use a pattern. Um, so I can't give you a link to a pattern. But what I did was it's just a top down, like a top down sweater, but then without long sleeves. So I cast on a number of stitches and then increased here and on the same place in the back, and then put the sleeves on separate yarn, knit all the way down. And I do have to say, with lace weight, if you use bigger needles, you don't have to knit it as long as you want it. I blocked it, and I think by blocking it added this much to the length, because when I wore it before blocking, it just came to my pants. I don't know how you say that, to my belt. I don't know. There. It added a lot of length to it, so just make sure it's wide enough, and then you can block it. And that's why you actually finish it sooner than you think, because you can bind off sooner than you think. Okay, this does not make sense at all, but whatever. And then I bound off the body, and then I picked up for the sleeves and just knit a few rounds, so it wouldn't be, because before that they were not really sleeves, and I wanted them just over my shoulder. So I think 5 or 6 rounds, that's all. And that's it. So I think I'm pretty happy with it, although I do have to, besides the taking this in a little, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm definitely going to take this with me on my trip next weekend and to Indonesia, and I will tell you more about the trip, although some people might know. I will take a sip of my tea. And this is licorice tea, because I love licorice. I think it's my favorite tea, apart from the Chinese tea I drink, which my grandma always drank, and everyone who smells it or drinks it thinks it's awful tea, and I love it. So then my second finished object, dun 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 dun, it's my sweater. And I still have to block it, so, and there you have the sleeves. I might just put it on so I can show you what it looks like. Looks like, yeah. Sorry. When I'm wearing it. And I made some pretty long sleeves. This is what it looks like. And it's a superwash, so I think it will grow a lot. So I will try to block it without stretching it too much, because as you can see, it already fits me. So I hope this will be okay after blocking. And otherwise, I have a really big sweater to put on while I'm watching Netflix again. And I will wear it for now, because it's not hot anymore. It's really cold, or not really cold, but it's pretty cold here, and it's raining right now I don't know, it just does not stop raining. I knit this out of drops. Oh, see, I'm such an amnesia girl. It's this top, which is underneath this sweater. I knit that out of drops lace. and I don't know the colorway right now, and I don't actually know which needles I used. I think, guys, I don't know anymore. Just watch the previous episode and I don't know. I think 4mm needles, something like that. But choose whatever you like because you can also use 3mm needles on lace weight if you want it to be a little bit airy. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. This sweater I knit with Drops Extra Fine Merino in the white colorway, or how do you say that? I don't know. I think it's white or ivory, or I don't know. Just nature. I don't know. And I knit it with 6mm needles, I guess, because I found out about that last episode that I thought I was knitting it on 5mm needles, and I was actually knitting it on 6mm needles, and the ball band of the yarn said I had to knit it on 4mm needles, so that's kind of interesting, but that's me, I guess. But I'm really happy with this one as well. It's also a little bit, I just like this neckline for me because I have pretty wide shoulders, so if I don't know, I just like it. But I might do the same here, just making this a little bit more snug, and it will not look this squared, but whatever. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's pouring outside, so I'm happy to be inside. So those are my two finished objects. Yay! Then acquisitions. Again, I have some yarns I want to show you that I bought years ago. So we'll just continue doing that. First of all, the yarn I showed you, the Drachenwolle I'm knitting my shawl out of, and then I picked up two other yarns because I thought I would, because I wanted to try them out, and that's Zauberball. Isn't that cute? Pretty yarn. I love it. I love the colors, and because of the mixed, because the ply is with mixed colors, it looks a little bit like handspun, I guess, I think. So I really like it. Again, you can't really see the colors because there's a lot of teal and green in it, and maybe you will not be able to see that. If you do, then I will stop whining about the colors. This is colorway 1511, and it does not have a nice name for it. It's 100 grams, 420 meters, although it looks thicker than, well, whatever. And, well, 2 to 3mm needles, it says. So it's a simple sock yarn because it is made out of, and it doesn't say, or does it? Oh, it's made out of 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon, or polyamide. And I really like it. I really like the colors and the way the transitions are, because they are really slow transitions in the yarn, and I love the way it's plied with the two color thing that you can see here. So I bought that one, and then I bought this one, and I love the colors. all these. It's actually a, and it looks really, really different on my screen, but I hope you will be able to see it, but it's a lot darker than the color you see here, if you see it like the way I do. Weird. It's actually a, mauvey color, or a muted, really muted pink. And then there's purples and really dark purple, and oh, I love it. I love these colors. And the transition will be something like that. But I am not going to make socks out of this. Definitely not. This is going to be shawl. It has to be. This is also 100 grams, 420 meters. Also the same content, like 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. And the color is Brombeeren. Brombeeren, which is German, so I will tell you the color code, which is 1872. So I really like these. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but we'll see. This is going to be shawl, definitely, and I thought maybe this could be a hat. Because, let's be honest, we don't want to know about it, but fall and winter are coming. They are right around the corner, so yes, it's still summer, but right now, over here, it's just like fall. And we had this really big storm last weekend on Saturday. So it felt like fall instead of summer. What can you do? It's the weather. We already had a couple of really nice summer weeks regarding the weather. So that is, we shouldn't complain. Then I guess I'm ready to tell you something about the shop. And then I'll just let you guys go. If you're not interested in shop stuff, then I hope to see you next week, and I hope you have a lovely week, and if not, then stick around. So, the shop. And if anyone thinks, okay, if anyone thinks there's something different about me, that's because this is the 4th time I am recording this. So, I'm looking into a camera that is mounted on my laptop, and I actually am still in a really big fight with my laptop. So it's hard to look at it because we're not talking right now, because we're not talking. Shop. I have new colorways, and I didn't update my shop last week. It was so busy. I had so many things on my mind to do for work as well, because I do have a day job, and so I just didn't do it. Sorry, but I will do it this week. So just wait for it. I will make some pictures today, and then I will make sure that before I leave, and I will tell you where I'm going to Italy, as I said before. Before I leave, I will make sure that everything's in my Etsy shop. And then if you order before Thursday, and that is Thursday over here, because if you order American time Thursday, then I will already be gone, or at least going to the airport. But if you let's say American time, I don't know, East, West, whatever. If you're in America somewhere and it's still Wednesday morning, you can still order, and I will make sure that I will send it out before I leave for Italy, and otherwise I will be sending it out after the weekend, because I am just gone for 4 days or something. So I will be back on Tuesday. So I will be leaving on Thursday and I will be back on Tuesday. So that's not really, and it will be Thursday night leaving. So that's not super long, but I am really looking forward to it because, as I said, it's fall over here. And in Italy, it's summer. So I really look forward to that. I dyed up new colors, and I already showed you the gray. But I got my new yarns in, so or my new order. So I have 100 gram skeins of this gray color, which is the name is Overcast. And I also have it on this base, but I don't know if this will be in the shop yet, because this is a thicker yarn. I think it's DK weight or a I don't know how you say that. I don't remember. So you know, I forget everything, and it's not in my show notes. So it's between a DK weight and whatever comes next. The thicker. I don't know anymore. So I will dye up some other colors on this base before I will put it up in the shop, I guess. But if you really want it, just send me a message through Etsy and we can figure things out. And this is 100 grams, and last time I had 50 gram skeins, but this is enough to make, I don't know, this together with a 50 gram skein will be enough to make a nice shawl, I guess, or this will be enough to make a nice pair of socks, and then you'll have something left. I don't know. Then we have a new colorway. And again, the color is not coming out right. It's much more vibrant and, I don't know. Is there a way to show you this? Maybe in the light? I don't know. Well, I hope you will be able to see this. It's like mustard yellow kind of color. And I really like it because it's a really warm color. And I have another warm color, and those two look really cute together. And that's this color, a blue. And it's a little more grayish blue than you can see on the screen. And together, I think they are really nice. Although I really like the combination with gray. I think I even like this better. So, but they all go together pretty well. This is kind of nice as well. So you can make combinations and maybe use this in Fair Isle projects. As I said before, I really wanted to make some more solid, or at least a little bit solid / tonal colors, so you can use them for lace projects or, as I said, Fair Isle projects, whatever, stuff like that. Then I dyed up some more 50 shades of brown. And again, this one goes pretty well with the other colors. as well. And I dyed up some magic dust, which is the purple with all those pretty colors in it, the tonal purple. So these are the yarns I dyed up, and they will be going into the shop, and I will add some neutral as well, but I don't know when I will do that. But this will be, for now, this will be what will be in the shop next week. Then I want to I want to ask your help, because I want to start my exploration station next month somewhere, and I don't know which colors to use. So I'm going to show you some yarns and just tell me what you think. I really liked this bright yellow, which is chick fluff, and I thought I could pair it up with some of these colors. I thought this could be, you have to choose 4 colors, so I thought this could be it. And again, I don't really, the colors are different on the screen, but they might be okay if you watch this. I don't know. I don't know. I could also do something like this, or ditch that and do something like that. I could also add a speckled yarn because I really like the speckled ones. I thought maybe I could pair that with something. I don't know, guys, but I do want to use my own yarn, because that seems like a nice idea, to have a shawl that's made out of my own yarn. I do also really like this one. I just don't know. I really don't know. So, if you have ideas, maybe check my Etsy shop and tell me what you think goes well together, or tell me what combination you just saw and really liked. Because I don't know. I have been this could be really nice as well. I don't know. This could be really nice. I don't know, guys. So please help me with that, because I think that shawl will take me a lot of time, or at least a reasonable amount of time to knit. So I want to make the right choice and not be like, okay, I'm halfway and I don't really like the colors together, and I'm not really going to wear it. So hopefully I will be able to choose some colors I really like. Then I think we're done. Oh, I do have to say, in my knitting group, I told everyone I was going to do Exploration Station, and I think I will be starting that somewhere in August. Let's say in the middle of August, 15, 16, August 15, 16. There were a few people that wanted to join me, so we are all starting our Exploration Station shawl somewhere in August. So I thought, I don't know if this will be a real knit along, but I will set up a thread in the Zazu podcast group. It's just a cheddar thread, so you can post pictures and stuff. And if you like to join us, then join us, because that would be really nice. And I don't know if there will be prizes or if this will be a real knit along. But I really like the idea of knitting something together with my friends from all over the world. So buy the pattern. It's a really nice pattern. It has all these different techniques in. Oh, sorry, all these different techniques in it, which is really nice because then you can try them all out, and next to that, the shawl really looks great. So I don't know if I have it somewhere here. Yes, I think I do. Or not. No, sorry guys, I don't. It was another Stephen West pattern. But the pattern is by Stephen West. It's called Exploration Station. You can find it in my project page. No, not in my project page, but you can find it in the patterns I bought, I guess. But you will be able to find it really simple on Ravelry because a lot of people knit this shawl. So if you don't like the colors he knitted out of or the colors he used, there are a lot of people that use different colors. I didn't see something, well, I did see a lot of beautiful shawls, but I still am not, I still haven't decided on the colors I'm using, as I just told you, but I think it would be nice to do this together, and show me what yarns you're using, or show me, or maybe ask each other to help with colors, or ask me, whatever. But I think it is nice to have a little bit more of a bond together by knitting something simultaneously. So if you want to join, please post in there and tell me which yarns you're going to use, or whatever else you want to say about that, and I would really like that. Then I think we're done for today. I hope you have a wonderful week. As I said, I will be having at least a wonderful weekend because we are going to Italy. And so I don't know. I will not be able to do a normal podcast next week, but I might try to film a few minutes of what it's like there at my parents' house, and maybe some shoe shops because we are going shoe shopping, and well, I don't know. I might be able to film what I'm working on over there, but please have patience with me because it might also be that I'm just enjoying myself and will not be able to podcast. So then I will see you in 2 weeks, and otherwise you will see me briefly next week, but that won't be a normal podcast, just so you know. I hope you have a nice week. Happy knitting, and please let me know if you have questions or whatever, and if you're going to join knitting the Exploration Station. Bye!